What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. I want to talk a little bit about Jayden Daniels, the Commanders' rookie QB. I think in the first couple preseason games, he's actually looked really solid. I like what he's been doing in terms of staying on schedule. And I want to kind of talk a little bit about the preseason and what I've been seeing from him that I really, honestly, did not expect. And then also what I think is his rookie season is gonna be like, and his career in general. Because I'll be honest, I think the dude's gonna be really damn good. He has all the natural talents that you want in a quarterback, and it's just whether everything comes together and, obviously the Commanders build correctly. He could be really special. He has that kind of potential. Now, I'm just curious, what are your expectations for Jayden Daniels' rookie season? Because I think we have to understand that they're in a rebuild, that, they don't have the greatest offensive line in the world. The defense has a lot of work to make up. So I don't think it's fair to come out and say, oh, he needs to be in contention for the playoffs, blah, blah, blah. I don't think that's right. I think what you want to see in terms of my expectations is that he's able to play within the offense, but also expand and break out of it when he has to. Is the IQ there? Is he smart enough to read defenses at this level? That's the stuff that I want to see. And then I think as a result, if we see that stuff, he's going to have monster numbers. Because, like I said, he's a dual threat. He's fast as hell. He has a cannon. There's a lot of good things with him. So I want to talk about him. But before I do, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you like this kind of content. Please like the video. But what do you think of his first couple of games? Because really, 12 out of 15 throwing for like 123 yards with a 101 passer rating is really damn good. So I went back and I watched each of those throws because I was curious to go 12 out of 15 in a couple of games. That's a really high completion percentage. How did we do this? And I was very surprised to see upon rewatching it is that it was a lot of first read throws, which is very normal for rookie quarterbacks. They're not always going through progressions immediately, but they were first read throws and they were accurate as hell. So he was diagnosing quickly where that ball was going, wasn't holding on to it too long, and hitting the right read. And, a lot of times it's Terry McLaurin, who I think Terry's probably going to have his best season yet now that he has a legit quarterback throwing him the ball. Same for Jahan Dotson, honestly, too. But I liked what I saw in that, where he's staying on schedule. He's not holding the ball for 4 seconds and taking a sack looking for a monster play. They'll be there if you continuously make the right reads. You will eventually get to the big play. So I thought that was really nice to see. And again, the accuracy, balls were on time and in the right location, back shoulders, whatever they were in the flat. You see a lot of those throws. Or just, when he does go through the progression, if something's not there, just taking the check down instead of throwing the Hail Mary and risking a turnover. Those are very mature decisions that we're seeing out of him. And I think that that's something in a rookie QB, if he's playing within the structure of what you want him to play in, but he can also take off and run like we've seen him do a couple of times, playing within the structure, hitting the right reads, he's quick, not holding the ball for too long, and then the times that he is holding the ball, he's able to take off and make the right running play. That's all really good stuff. That's all really good stuff, and it is only preseason. So sure, he's probably gonna have a game this year that is miserable. It's gonna happen to any rookie QB. There's a lot of games that are just brutal. But I think overall we're gonna see a lot of good stuff. There's gonna be a lot more good than bad. But my favorite part about that is that I think most Commanders fans would understand they're in a rebuild. So you don't need to rush through him and force him into decisions that are really not going to be conducive to him growing as a player. There's not that pressure on top of him. Like I would be honest, Caleb Williams has pressure right now. One, he was the number 1 overall pick, but people expect the Bears to be in playoff contention, myself included. I don't expect the Commanders to do that. I expect them to be mediocre, but to see a lot of great things from Jayden. I think we're going to see good stuff from Brian Robinson Jr. Austin Eckler is going to be a good little safety blanket as a receiving running back for Jayden to use. Like I said, I like McLaurin. I like Dotson. Even Zach Ertz as a safety blanket underneath as a tight end is nice. So it's not like they're just star-studded everywhere. I don't think that's the case. But there's like some good players on that offense to where it's not just Jayden. So I think that's going to help his growth and development. Because every young player, every young QB particularly, needs weapons. If they don't have weapons, they're probably screwed. That's just the nature of it. Even all-pro QBs need weapons. If they don't have them, your offense isn't going anywhere. So I think Jayden's in a really nice situation to go through the growing pains, to to mature through it all, which I think he's doing at a great rate, and to become a better pocket player, but also to show you, hey, I'm Jayden Daniels. I can run anywhere. I can throw the ball off my back foot. I can throw it off key. I can throw it anywhere you want that ball to go. I can get it there. You're going to get a great mix of that. And I think that's the important part. For fantasy, I honestly like drafting him, if you guys want to go fantasy football terms, because when you have that rushing upside, but you also have a cannon and you're being accurate, I like that. And Cliff Kingsbury as your OC is pretty good because he's done pretty well with any QB that he's really had. Granted, it's only really been Kyler, I think, in the NFL, but I still think that fits, that bodes well for him. I think that was his college coach at one point. I'm not a college guru or anything like that, but I think there's supposed to be some continuity there. That's going to help Jayden. I think it's going to be fun, and I think because the defense isn't so great that they're going to have to put up a lot of points, they're going to have a lot of chances to do so. So you're going to see a lot of great plays from Jayden. You're going to see a good chunk of, ooh, what the hell was that? You're going to get those. But I think that's the beauty of having a young rookie quarterback and the team not having that pressure, is that he can just play freely and learn on the go. And then when the team does build better, get better pieces involved, then he's already gone through these growing pains and you're ready to go win. So I think it's kind of really a match made perfectly for Jayden Daniels and for the Commanders. It's a great spot to be in. I think they're going to be fun to watch just because of Jayden. And I'm excited for his rookie year. He could easily win Offensive Rookie of the Year depending how well the team plays. Of course, as long as he plays great too. I think the other guys that are going to be in contention, Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr., those are the two other guys. I've talked about that a little bit already before. But I think Jayden's going to be one of those guys where you're like, that's a highlight. That dude's a highlight on any given play. So I think that's a great thing for Commander fans because they've gone through QB hell since RG3 had his one good year. It's really been, I guess Kirk Cousins was for a little bit, but ultimately this is like the highest, most energetic prospect they've had in a decade plus. So I think it's intriguing, and I think Jayden's going to have a great rookie year. I think they have their franchise guy. I think he's going to be a superstar. It's just whether or not they're able to put the pieces around him will ultimately define how great he can really be. But I like the setup right now. You got Terry McLaurin out there, Jahan Dotson, Brian Robinson. Those are three good young pieces. I think Terry's ready to break out on his best year ever. I think Jahan's thanking God that he finally got a quarterback. And no, same as Terry, honestly. And I think it's going to help Brian Robinson because the RPO effect with Jayden Daniels is they're going to have to watch him too. You saw it a lot with Jalen Hurts in the beginning of his career. It's a lot of RPOs and one read plays, which are great for quarterbacks that, maybe they're not the most progressive in terms of getting through every read within a couple of seconds. So I think having the RPO factor is going to help Brian Robinson because defenses are going to say, hey, is the quarterback keeping it? Is he keeping it? Is he keeping it? And then by the time you figure out if he kept it or not, Brian Robinson's already 5 yards up the middle. So I think it could be fun that way. I think those guys are going to benefit off of each other very well. And it's going to be a good year. I think it's going to be a fun year. It's going to be a rebuild year of growth. And the Commanders should be very excited about that. But anyway, let me know in the comments, what do you expect out of Jayden Daniels in his rookie season as the Commanders quarterback? I realistically could see him going somewhere around 30 touchdowns total, rushing and throwing, and then get a hell of a lot of yards. I don't even know how to predict it because he could run for probably close to 1,000 if he really wanted to, and he could probably throw for 4,000. So ultimately, who knows what we're going to get? But I think that's the best part about it is it's very intriguing. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you like this kind of content. Please like the video. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I'm done. Peace.